Hey everyone, so this is my quiz review for quiz 8, our last quiz for torts. So I decided to do question 2 on my quiz. The textbook advises that jurisdictions use either the national or the local standard for medical malpractice cases. According to recent case law and relevant statutes, which standard does Tennessee use? And so the answer that I chose was local, but I will be showing you guys how I got that answer. So I went into Westlaw. Of course, I changed my jurisdiction to Tennessee, and I decided to use the first standard option that was mentioned in the question. So I decided to put in parentheses national standard within the same paragraph as medical malpractice to see what I got. And of course, it came up with 29 cases. But I actually scrolled down into the statutes, and we see 29, 26, 115, burden of proof and expert witnesses. And subpoint A1, it says the recognized standard of acceptable professional practice in the profession and the specialty thereof, if any, that the defendant practices in the community in which the defendant practices or in a similar community at the time the alleged injury or wrongful action occurred. And so I just concluded that practices in the community would mean something that is local and not national or around the country as a whole, but it's just something local where the medical expert is practicing. And so I actually then went, after I read that, I actually changed the national standard to local standard to see what came up. And again, we have the same statute, burden of proof and expert witnesses. But as you scroll down into the relevant notes, it says that Tennessee's locality rule could not be waived in a medical malpractice suit brought under the Federal Tort Claims Act, thus defeating the medical malpractice claim in the absence of competent expert opinion testimony concerning the local standard of care. So back to the question. Again, I chose the answer local. It wasn't a hybrid. They both don't meet both national and local standards. It's not that Tennessee has no standard, because it clearly says that there is a local standard of care. So they do have a standard. And it also clearly states that it was a local standard of care, which means that it wouldn't be the national standard. And so that's how I came up with local. Okay.